Hey everybody, it's Rebecca. I hope you're having a great day. And I'm going to answer Janine's question because it was something she posted in the comments after the last Facebook Live I did about employing people. And I think it's a really good question. So today I want to just talk a little bit about some things to consider when your practice is overflowing. A lot of you think, oh my gosh, I'm booked out. I'm turning away business. Should I rent some of my space out? Should I hire someone? Should I have an independent contractor? What do I do? And this probably is going to lead into a conversation about whether or not you should hire people at all and just some really important things to consider. So if you are in that spot in your practice or you're creeping up on it or you're somebody who's been considering a future of hiring somebody or just expanding, this will be a really important segment for you to tune into. So if you're watching live or if you're watching the replay, just comment underneath, say hi, let me know who you are and what's happening in your part of the world. So, and for those of you that don't know me, I'm Rebecca Overson. I've been a licensed massage therapist since 1995. And after struggling and failing and quitting for 8 years, I came back and I built a thriving practice almost overnight, which I ran for 9 years and then sold. And I full-time run my business academy for massage therapists in private practice who really do want to thrive by mastering principles of business, sales, and marketing, and all the things that we don't like to do, but are really necessary in order to grow a thriving practice of your own. Okay, so that's who I am. That's why I'm here. And this is being broadcast inside of the Art of Building a Successful Massage Practice, which is my free Facebook group for massage therapists all over the world. All right, so here's Janine's question. I'm going to read it to you. She says, would love to hear how you decided to have employees or renters. I'm self-employed. I own a successful massage and skincare business, and I'm now to the point where I'm turning away business and tourist business. Having an employee would mean getting the extra business. Having a renter would mean they have their own business and doesn't solve my problem. Maybe I just answered my own question, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. And I said, you know what, Janine, I'll do a live on that. So we're going to talk about this. So first and foremost, I want you to know that it is totally fine to have a practice that is fully booked and to turn away business. You're not losing anything. Your practice is full. This is a service-based industry, and you max out your income based on what you're charging and maxing out the number of hours that you can work. And it's okay to not take new clients. So step one, I would say, first of all, Janine, you know what I mean? Like put something on your website or put the word out. Maybe you're just not taking new clients right now, and that's totally fine. You know, you don't have to necessarily capture that revenue. And I remember talking to a massage therapist once who said you should hire an independent contractor the minute you turn away one appointment. And I used to believe that. And that's what I did, was I actually hired employees. But it creates a whole new set of problems. So, like I said, I'm probably going to end up just getting into that. But here's how to decide whether or not to rent space to somebody. First of all, assuming you have the extra space, you have maybe you have an extra room in your office that's sitting vacant, or maybe you're only there 15 hours a week and your room is sitting empty the rest of the week, or maybe you only work on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesdays and it's sitting around Wednesday through Saturday doing nothing. That's a good idea if you want to create additional revenue by basically having somebody rent out your room that's either not in use or when it's not in use, renting it out, and basically being their landlord. Now understand, when you rent a space to someone else, you have absolutely zero involvement in their business. Do not send them clients. Do not decide the paint colors of their walls. Don't necessarily furnish the room unless you're charging for that. Understand that they are literally just running their own business inside of the four walls of yours, and do not confuse that relationship. Okay, you're a landlord and they are a tenant. The end. And just like if I was renting an apartment or a condo or a home, my landlord, the owner, wouldn't come in and tell me how to furnish my home or tell me what to eat and those kinds of things. A lot of massage therapists make that mistake of renting space to somebody and then trying to help them build their business. And that's just, you're not getting paid for that. The purpose of having a renter is to lower your expenses, period. Okay, so hopefully that helps. Now, Janine's other question was saying, should I have an employee? Okay, so this is, like I said, this is just, we're going to just go in real quick too. some of the mistakes that I've seen so many people making when it comes to the mindset about hiring employees. So the number one thing is, if I hire somebody, I'm going to make more money. I'm telling you right now, you need to hammer this into your head. Employees will cost you money first before they make you money. If you're hiring somebody to see 5 clients a week, 10 clients a week, I guarantee you the expenses of employing that person is probably not worth it. You're probably losing money. And remember, although we're all big-hearted, generous, wanting to help people kinds of people, your business, a business exists to create a profit on services or goods sold. And it's foolish as a business owner to just put I just want to help people first without thinking about the harsh reality of your profit margin and your bottom line and your expenses. Okay, so realize that employees can actually cost you more money than they make you. And that's because of the liability involved. And just to paint a picture of this, I had an office employee that made a mistake, didn't file a certain thing, and I got slapped with an $18,000 penalty by the state of Utah because my office manager didn't file. I won't get into details of it, but you know what I mean? Like, I was liable for that. She left the job. I had to pay the bill. And we don't think about that. We don't think about the mistakes that our employees can make, the liabilities of employees. The benefit of having an employee obviously should be that they're generating way more revenue than what they're costing you to be employed. And if you aren't really clear about what I mean by the costs of employing someone, first of all, again, chime in, those of you that are in other countries, Canada, the UK, all of that stuff. Obviously, I'm an American. I'm speaking as to the rules here in the United States and specifically the state of Utah. But hiring an employee is going to cost you a payroll service. You're going to be paying state and federal income taxes. You're also going to need to have a workers' comp insurance policy on all of your employees, unemployment. So there's like a bunch of different taxes and liabilities. Then you also have to, then you assume all of the actual hard liabilities of employing that person. Let's say an employee locks the keys inside the clinic or something like that. You have to pay a locksmith to go get it out. You will be covering all of their mistakes. Let's say an employee does a terrible thing and just absolutely ruins your reputation or something like that. You will pay the price of that. Do you see? So there's tangible and intangible costs of having an employee that fall into the liability category, as well as just the actual hard expenses. The other thing too is that, you know, you're paying your employee, let's say 30% of whatever you're charging for services. You have to ensure that whatever you're paying the employee makes sense to you financially based on what your profit margin is, your revenue, and things like that. Okay, so just, oh my gosh, having employed, I think I last counted in 10 years, I employed like 80 people, not all at once, but in a period of 10 years, went through 80 different employees, front desk, you know, administrative employees, as well as massage therapists. I mean, God bless them and I love them and I learned so much from them, but they also ripped my heart out. It was a really hard lesson learning how to employ people. Okay, so there's another misconception of having employees, which is I'm going to work less. I can just have my employees do all the work. And I'm going to tell you right now, you will be working every hour that your employees are working. So let's say you see clients from 10 o'clock in the morning till 3 in the afternoon, and then you think you want to have employees from 3 p.m. till 9 p.m., you will be working till 9 p.m. Because whether you're in the office or not, you need to be available for those employees. If they have issues, questions, did they run the laundry? Did they shut the lights off? Did a client cancel last minute? You know what I mean? You will still be running the business every hour that your employees are working. So you actually be working more when you have employees because you're responsible for leading the business and you know, providing leadership to your employees. Another thing a lot of massage therapists think is, well, I don't want to burn out. You know, I want to save my hands. I want to save my body. And so I just want to transition more into managing people so I'm not working so hard. I'm telling you right now, just because you're a good massage therapist does not mean you're good at managing people. In fact, please understand those are two totally different skills. Totally different skills. I have a graduate of my program. She just graduated. She got into my program because she wanted to manage more and work less. by the end of the program, because I have a way of helping people get really aligned with what they want, she actually fired all of her employees and went into solo practice. Can you believe that? And she was an established practice because she got straight with that, oh my gosh, I don't want to be the boss. I don't want to take the heat. I don't want to be in that situation. I only brought people on because my goal was to make more money and work less. But she realized with 4, 5, 6 employees, she was working more and making less. And that's really typical unless you have massive volume of employee or of sessions. Let's say, for example, you want to be able to pay yourself a salary of $100,000 a year, running the clinic or running your practice while you have massage therapists doing all the work. You're going to have to generate $600,000 to $1 million of revenue before you can really pay yourself that $100,000 a year. It's not just, it's a quantum leap. And I want to bring my business partner in here to speak to this more because he's just an expert when it comes to employment and independent contractors. But he teaches that as a coach in my program, and he teaches that to our students that have or want employees, which is that it's not just hire 1 or 2 people. In order to actually make a profit, you need to hire 6 or 7. And they need to be full. And most massage therapists go, whoa, I don't want that. I don't want to be I don't want to be in charge of that. It's a lot of responsibility, a lot of liability. Okay. Another mistake is that a lot of massage therapists, because they have this overflow, they think, I'm just going to grab an independent contractor to help me. And I'm going to tell you right now in the United States, that is rarely a good idea. It's rarely a good idea. The Department of Labor changed the requirements for independent contractors because they want everybody covered under U.S. employment law. This happened around 2016, 2017. So if you got advice from your attorney or CPA 10 years ago or even 5 years ago, that information has changed. So having an independent contractor can actually royally screw you up if you're not doing it right. And it is not a way to just quickly employ somebody because you don't want to deal with the paperwork of hiring somebody. That's a big mistake I see. And then another mistake I see is having no contractor, no agreement, no job description, no administrative policies and procedures and a contract in place of this is your job, this is how much you get paid, this is how to request time off, this is what's expected of you, this is what I as the employer will provide. Way too many people out there just trying to hire people based on a verbal agreement. I'm telling you right now, that's really foolish and really, really dangerous. And then I think my last tip of the day is the mistake that massage therapists make when they want to become an employer is they want to be an employer because they want to help massage therapists grow in their own practices. That is called building your competition, and that is foolish. You should be protecting yourself. You don't hire people and groom them and then let them leave and take your clients with you. That's really foolish. Most serious businesses have some kind of non-compete, non-disclosure, non-circumvention. You do not want to do that. I know we want to help people, but you need to be protective of your business and your efforts and your resources that are going into building your business, and not let that giving heart in you just want to help everybody. You'll literally just bleed out and sabotage your business. Listen, you guys, I've literally talked to thousands of massage therapists, not just in my Facebook group, but on the phone for people that book discovery calls to see if my business program is right for them. And I've seen so many people making this mistake. Just last week, I talked to guys, I just really want to help massage therapists, thrive. And I wanted them to be contractors and they can go out and do all these out calls and chair massage. And, I don't care if they take the contracts and take the business. And I was like, you're basically giving your contractors the license to steal from you. What is the point of that kind of business? So, you have to have that business brain going on to balance out the giving heart. And as I've always said, success is 3 things. You got to have all 3 things. It's doing what you love, making a difference, and making a living. And if you're not doing all 3 of those things, you're going to be unfulfilled and you're going to have problems. If you're making a difference and doing what you love, but you're not making a living, you're not going to be able to do it very long. If you're making a living, but you hate your job and it makes a difference, but you hate it, you're not fulfilled, it's not going to last very long. So you really do have to be that 2-headed monster of like the heart and the brain in order to run a business. And that's why I do what I do. It's the number 1 skill that is missing in this field that I'm out to provide is how to think like a business owner so that you can create this vehicle for your passion so that you can create structure around what you love and what you're gifted at so that it can become a fulfilling and sustaining and profitable practice for you. So is that helpful, you guys? Let me know what you think. Any questions, comments? What did you learn? What questions do you have for me? Let me know in the comments below. And I see a bunch of you watching, but lots of you just listening, and so I don't see any questions. Hi, Mark. Hi, Rach. Hey, Cass. Hey, Sarah. Oh, it's all my peeps. I just love you guys. Thanks for being a part of my community. I will also post a link once this is posted in the Facebook group. I'll post a link for how to apply for my life-changing, world-altering 8-week business mentoring program for those of you that are really serious about solving the problems that you're having and getting total clarity about how to make your practice thrive and what steps to take next. Okay? All right. Love you guys so much. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.